Okay, guys, wow. How many times have I tried to record this reading? So this is going to go, not this reading, this video. This video is going to go in the show more section for everybody to hopefully find where if you ever want a personal reading from me. Okay, it is also going to go out to everybody else so you can also see now. Okay, but going over personal readings and emails and things like this, and hopefully that you can see it from a person on my side that is reading it from an email. Okay, so in the past, my email reply back to people has changed slightly. Okay, sometimes I can have quite a lot of clients all in one. Sometimes I don't. Okay, but sometimes someone will reach out and say, okay, Steve, can you ask me blah blah blah, and can you what's the list for the prices for personal readings and all this kind of thing, and then I probably won't get an email back from them within a week or two. Okay, and then I can't remember you. Then I forgot that you're a client or a person, and I forgot. Okay, so I'm getting emails all the time coming in. Okay, so I can't remember. If you're looking at it from my perspective, I can't remember people. Okay, not everybody. Some I can, but generally not everybody. I can't remember. Okay, so think about that one too. And if I ever reply to an email, can you please do your best in order to be able to reply back and say, okay, Steve, I'll probably contact you within a month or 2 months, or no, or yes, or I'll get back to you. Okay, that would be great if you can. So when it comes to the personal reading itself, I've always replied back to people and said, look, can you give me a very small amount of backstory? But a lot of people, they rush through the email that I've tried to go over and change so many times to try and stop this from happening, but then it still happens, or I've come across the wrong way because I'm not physically able to talk to a person. And I always feel that emails and talking and text messages are absolute rubbish, and they can be misconstrued by how someone is saying it or not saying it, or what they're trying to mean. So when it comes to a general reading, okay, I used to ask for a lot of backstory, but I have stated, please not too much backstory, very small amount. But then some people will write like an endless amount of backstory, and some people have even spoke to me as if they're like, I don't know, like, Steve, listen, you never guess what, back in 1956 I met this person, and all of a sudden I started seeing 1111 and 222. Anyway, so this path took me down on, if you're a person that does tarot readings for clients, you will understand that that is quite a lot of stuff that I don't need to know. I've been through the metaphysical connections, the numbers and the patterns and the figures. So all those kind of things, they're not like disbelievable for me. It's just kind of like, well, yeah, I've been through all that. I know you're going through an awakening, so all those kind of things, I really don't need to know. Even though you feel like you really want to tell me, I'm sorry, but it doesn't take me back. It's just I'm a business owner and a business person, and I really want to get down to the nitty gritty and the basic facts of what it is that you would like me to look for in your reading. Okay, so whether I've sent emails out or not, and people have actually read them or took the time to read them or not, I don't mind. Okay, but generally, when we go forward onto a reading, I just need the basic facts, because when I'm looking for what you want to know, if that is in so much backstory, I'm going to get lost with the amount of confusion of what I'm trying to read, and then I'm going to miss the basic facts. Okay, I'm going to miss the basic facts. Okay, and I get emails that go out, and then so much happens, and then I don't know if this person's replied back or paid or not paid, and I haven't got a snapshot back of someone that has paid. The emails names are different than people's email PayPal name, and the PayPal name doesn't match up with the, I'm sure Goddess Dragon Girl will know this one, but the email won't match up with the name of the email of the name, and then I'm like, man, who has paid and who hasn't paid? So just think about it from when it's coming to me, of someone that is generally knows, okay, the protocol, calm down, Stephen. the port of call of everything. Okay, so generally, when it goes down to the actual reading itself, okay, all I really need is basic facts. My name is this. Okay, my sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, if I know them. Okay, the other person's name, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, if you know them. There doesn't have to be another person's name, okay? Because your reading is pretty much going to turn out the general way that it is anyway, because it's preordained for this timeline of what I look for within 1 month. I don't go over a month period, it's just 1 month, okay? And it's just from here to here of loads of cards that I can say, okay, so I need to pinpoint what it is that you want to know, okay? So things like I have kids would be very important, because if there are messengers pop up, they're either one messengers, clients, brothers or sisters or children, okay? So in order for me to think, okay, you don't have kids, so they're not children, right? They are messages that are coming to you. Possibility, instead of me doing a reading and saying, okay, this could be a child, this could be a brother, this could be a sister, you know. Anyway, stop babbling. So when it comes down to it, I just need your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Your name, their name, okay? Their placements, your placements. Not a snapshot of anything from a phone that I have to then stop your email, click on something and open that, and then go between pages and pages to go through a whole pie chart, okay, to find out Sun, and it's all this. No. If you can try and make that as easy as possible for me to be able to get the message so I haven't got to look for everything, is why I ask for those to be all in the line of how the email is sent to me when you want me to do the reading, okay? And things like, Steve, I'm in a metaphysical connection, right? Is because some people, they have such a metaphysical connection and so much karma going on and so many questions that they want answering that are impossible because they're going through so much within their mind of a metaphysical connection that is brainwashed by so much info that they've probably got wrong or right info from, okay? And then I have to think, okay, I can't deal with that because I don't know what it is, you know, because there's a different way for everybody. Everybody's on a different timeline. Everybody's got questions that they want to know, but the metaphysical ones are the most difficult readings for me to do if you've got a list of things that you want answering of, like, okay, I want to know what that bitch name is. I want to know what her name is, and I want to know what her placements are. And I want to know if she ever conspired of doing witchcraft against me that I haven't seen, but I want to know if she is, because really what I'm doing is going through an awakening and I've lost grips of reality, and now I'm going to put it all on me and then blame me when the reading doesn't come out the way that you hoped it to, okay? So, I mean, I don't mind generally, but you're not going to get anything, you know, anything of true facts, because I deal with facts and truth, and what I really need to know is get down to the nitty-gritty of what it is that you want to know. But if you're dealing with a metaphysical connection, things like, okay, I want to know what the name is of that woman. Well, I can't answer those sort of questions, okay? I want to know what her placements are. Why is that so important? But I want to know what her placements are. I want to know if they ever did witchcraft. I don't believe in it, right? I keep trying to ram this down people's throat, but they don't listen, right? Which is like, if you're going through so much karma, your mind's going to be creating loads, okay? So try and think about when you're sending me an email of how that's construed of me reading it when it comes to me thinking, okay, I've got to do your reading, right? How am I going to work this out? Because you can't work it out, and I can't do a tarot reading because this is not me giving a lesson or telling you my way out of it, which is not a tarot reading, right? So generally, think about your questions. Don't rush through the email, okay? Come back to this video and realise that Steve just needs the basic facts, not a backstory of my life, okay? That he just really needs to know that I need to let you know that I'm in a metaphysical connection with someone, and I am the karmic side of it because these two people are in a relationship, and that I am the karmic because I have the spiritual karma. That's why it's all coming back to me to be confused, because you're the karmic energy, right? Not here. I don't want to go off into a segment, but I'm the karmic here, okay? Spiritual connection. So there's that too, okay? I can't find out things like what's her name, what's her placements, that bitch, so and so and so forth. Who's conspiring against me, I don't know. I just feel it, and I need you to figure out who these people are and what they are, but I don't know myself, because I'm just gonna, I'll turn your reading into really not much of a card reading, and I would probably spend 45 minutes trying to coach you into not believing a certain way. And then I'll get the blame for, well, where's my tarot reading? Because all I wanted to know is what's coming up. Right? So you've got to understand that I get so many different clients wanting and asking different questions. Okay, so really think about the state of mind when you're contacting me of what it is that you're really wanting me to answer. Okay, so going back to general facts of what I would need to know is looking at an email is something that is prepared and written out, very easy for me to look here and go, okay, your name is this, and your sun, moon, rising, and Venus is this. Okay, great. Okay, Steve, I'm in a meta, and you've gone through that list. And then, okay, Steve, I just need to let you know that I'm in a metaphysical connection, okay, and a very small piece so that I know those, okay, or I am in a third relationship and I'm seeing this person and these two also, okay, or I'm the metaphysical person against these two people that are in a relationship and I need understanding of what's going on, okay, or I am the person here and I also have this person and this person, but I'm really more interested in this person and can't understand about this. Or I have a move coming up and I want to know about what's going to come up because the main message of what I want you to look for is really to do with my job or something like that. But not, will I ever get a job, And I need you to tell me all of these wonderful things that I'm going to have fame and fortune and riches, but I'm not doing anything about it. I just need you to tell me that that's coming up for me. Because I get so many different clients that sort of understand, some people that really don't understand, some people that have never had a reading before, some people that have watched 10 billion other readers and come back to me with loads of energy that I have to try and de-brainwash. Okay, so just think that I have so many different clients. Okay, I will get back to you with the price because that may change at times. But if you've got loads of questions that you want answering, sometimes I might not do you a full spread and then the questions. I might just stick to the questions. Okay, so your question is whatever your question is, and I'll look into that scenario. I would really like you to look into this other person's life and tell me what you see in the cards. Okay, and their name is this, and so on and so forth. This is my partner, and I would like you to look into their life to tell me what's going on in it. And their name is this, and their sun, moon, rising, Venus is this. That would be one reading. Okay, that would be one reading. But if you've got, say, questions, then think about what your questions are, okay, and then say, okay, can you tell me what's coming up within a month? And look out for this question because that's my burning desire of the question that I really want to know. Okay. So I think I'm just going to end it there, but make sure that you set these out as an email, okay, replying back as that. My name is this, my sun, moon, rising and Venus is this. The other person, if there is one, their sun, moon, rising and Venus if you know them, okay? And then just the basic facts of the questions that you would like me to look for in your reading. And I think it's best to not have backstory at all because, to be honest, it's too much info for me to absorb, and really what I'm looking for is the future of what you would like to know and not all the past scenario. Okay, your past scenario is what's been going on with you. Your future is pretty much what I want to look for with the question that it is that you want answering, or the questions. But please not 16 or 17 of them. Please keep them to a reasonable amount of what I could be able to answer, because I want to satisfy you within a reading, but just look at it from the perspective of when it comes back to me, okay? Is that I'm going to look for the main things that you want to know. And if there's loads of text and there's loads of stuff, I'm going to miss it. I will miss all the what you want to know because of so much stuff there that I'll miss all of those kind of things. And when really it needed to just be, okay, this is my main question. This is really what I want you to look for, is this. And even put it in capital letters in brackets if you wish. But this is the main thing that I want to know, okay? And then, so I will guide you towards this video and to make sure that you've seen it. And then I will also give you the price range for what that will be and the availability. If there is tarot readings and I'm not extremely busy, normally the reading comes back to you within the first day, like the 24 hours to 48 kind of energies, that kind of thing, within a day or two normally is when you'll receive your reading back. Because normally if it comes through, I try to get those out as quick as I can, unless I'm under pressure trying to get out readings for Patron. And if I'm coming up against the date when that's released, then it might be a day or two before you get your reading. It really does depend on how many of those I have to get through to get them out, okay? But please be patient. They normally only are within a day or two, okay? And what else? I think that is generally it, guys. So hopefully you found this slightly interesting. But please, like I said, if you ever get an email or anything like that from me, please make sure you take the time to read it. And please make sure that you take the time to understand that a mismatched energy of your name not matching your name also on the PayPal is really going to confuse me, because I can look at a name and think, okay, did I miss this reading? And then I'll click on your email and look at your name and I think, okay, I need to compare this with PayPal, but there is no name of this name. I'll just think, okay, this person hasn't paid. And even if I've replied to you and said I do, if it's a week later when I've got your email, I've completely forgot that. I'm a Gemini moon, so I forget things very quickly, right? So if they don't match up and you don't get a reading back, that's because the name didn't match and I've probably forgot by the time it's come to it. So please keep me aware of all of these things, okay? So keep that in mind. I think I'm going to leave it there. As far as Skype calls go, I think I'm going to leave the Skype calls really and just deal with tarot. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.